Tay jersey on, man. I had to go ahead and pull out the Tay, man. You know, A-Rod don't play. You got to pull out the Tay. You know, he ain't stood up. You gotta pull out the number 2 receiver in the league, man.
Jordan Love ain't look bad though.
Definitely didn't.
He just look a little, like he ain't played. Like it was his first start in the NFL. That's all.
I mean, that's the game that we just gonna jump right to it because it's like that was the biggest thing going into this week. You know, the week 8 of 18. You know, that's new in the NFL. 18 weeks of football. Like you play football, you know the groove. Like 18 weeks of football, body beat. Body beat. You need double bye week. Like that's a lot of football. You know what I'm saying? So and we in week 8, and week 8 was a crazy week, man. We talking like majority of the Vegas favorites kablooey went down, man. And you hit with free game. You hit with free game. You hit with your boy Chuck. You hit with your boy WonGotti. We told y'all we don't care what it is, what's happening. We talking football every Monday night. And we typically gonna talk through the Monday night football. You know, we're gonna jump in, check updates. We both Chicago men, and the Chicago Bears are playing right now against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you know, the Steel Curtain, they get it in right now. The Steelers up 7-0, but we're gonna check in throughout the game and give y'all more updates. You know, if some big plays happen. Might cut it on in the back. We might screen share it, but before we get into that Pittsburgh and Bears, and that's gonna happen all night. We're gonna talk about the team, you know, that I rock, the team that I represent. With the most controversy-filled quarterback I've ever seen in one season. Well, you know, it started off. They say Aaron Rodgers wasn't gonna come back. Aaron Rodgers out there chilling. You know what I'm saying? He vacating. He come back on training camp. Shorty got on the wrestling Roddy Piper glasses and the cutoff shirt. And he ready to get it busted. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to the season. What happened game 1 with the Packers season in game 1 of the season? What happened with the Packers, man?
Y'all got beat on hands and feet on, didn't y'all?
I'm talking about blitz. I mean, beat their ears together. Beat their ears together, man. And everybody say, Aaron Rodgers don't care. He don't want to be there.
Yeah.
After that, man, they
lost the game.
Man, they flicked that switch. WonGotti. They flicked it on, man. And it's all because of that man, Aaron Rodgers. And it's like, what I'm getting to is the most controversial quarterback in one season. The man pop out and get caught in a little white lie. He get caught, man. He get caught in a little field, man. And that lead us to seeing Jordan Love. And what we thought going into the season when a NFL schedule got released. I remember me and you talking. We talking in our chat. We said, "Hey man, that week 8, that Chiefs Packers, that GOAT and Aaron Rodgers and that young GOAT and Patty Mahomes going at it." But did we ever think it would be Jordan Love versus Patty Mahomes? Did we ever think the Chiefs would be 4-4 going into that matchup?
I don't even think this Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, man. So let's jump right into it, man. And I'm glad that you said that because I get to ask you. I get to jump in with you.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with Patrick Mahomes, bro?
I don't know, man. It's looking like the NFL discovered my boy. They dropping that cover 2 out there on him, and they can't run the ball, and all he want to do is go over top. So it's real ugly for him. I'm not gonna lie.
And with you being a defensive-minded guy your whole life, playing defensive, you know, playing from the DN to linebacker position, man, you was a utility guy on every level when it comes to that defensive side of the ball, man. When you got a uber athletic gunslinger, you know, and a guy like Patty Mahomes, you got to sit a spy out there. You got to tamper 2. You got to cover 2, cover 3, because you don't want Travis Kelce muscling you around. You don't want Tyreek Hill to hit you with that same flat route or that same fly route or that, hey man, I'm gonna run around for 7 seconds and figure it out. Make it happen for me. You want to keep everything in front, man. That's what man, keep everything in front and make a play. And I agree with you. I feel like they didn't figure Patrick Mahomes out, or there's something deeper than that. But did this game tell you or show you that he could probably fix it and tweak it for the second half of the season?
I'm not gonna lie. I really didn't see a highlight to the end of the game, and that was the dagger when he hit Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
that was really his play of the game for me.
Mm-hmm.
That was really the only play I really seen him make it. and that play he did on the run, which is what he do well. So I wouldn't expect less from him, but he ain't making. That's what I really want to see. That's the Patrick Mahomes I want to see. But I don't know, man. It just looked like the league really just daring them to run the football.
I've never in my life once seen Patrick Mahomes attempt 40 passes and have 166 yards. I mean, mind blown.
And you know, right? Jordan Love actually had more yards.
Jordan Love actually had more yards than him. And then if you just say, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say Jordan Love played a better game because he didn't play a better game, but it's just like Patrick Mahomes that have that much of a better game. If the tables are turned and Jordan Love would have been able to make a play, or if the special teams didn't miss a field goal or get one blocked, and they would turn the tables was flipped, Jordan Love could have been in position to be the better quarterback in that game.
Y'all defense was balling for sure. I feel like if it was definitely one play away.
One play away. Yeah, I agree with that. Now we sitting at the primetime game of yesterday of week 8 was the Kansas City Chiefs and Green Bay Packers. Now, record's a little different. Packers now go to 7-2. Chiefs go to 5-4 in a very interesting AFC West, WonGotti. I'm talking about a very interesting AFC West. Can the Chiefs figure it out and push forward and actually win a division going into the postseason?
I think right now the AFC is like, you don't know really, because I really would like to see Tennessee at the top of the AFC, but with Derrick Henry being, I want to say, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a shock because you never know what can happen this early in the season. A lot of injuries going on and COVID and stuff like that. But AFC is an ugly thing right now, man. I'm not gonna lie. So I definitely gotta get Patty and them a shot. But right now, I think Baltimore being the best team in the AFC right now.
Okay, and we're gonna get to them.
So I wouldn't put it past Patty, but man, Patty, you gotta show me some Patty.
You gotta show him some Patty. I'm with that. And the AFC West is just so tight right now. If the Chiefs would have lost that game yesterday, they would have been at the bottom of the AFC West.
That's crazy.
Now they're tied with the Broncos. The Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers sit at the top of that division at 5-3. But look, being 5-4, being, you know, basically a game or half game above the Raiders and Chiefs, and you got to play a few of your divisional opponents again, man, this can really be the swing game for the Chiefs. But let's talk about that Broncos team. Because when we talk about that Broncos team, we talk about my Cuddy, my Cuzzo, my boy, favorite team, America's team.
Yes,
the
sir.
Cowboys. And they ended up losing to the bottom of the AFC West. If you see them, you beat them. I'm talking about, I would have never thought if you put your coins and your cheddar and your money into FanDuel, you said Dak, Bongo. Yeah, I know you did, Bongo. We finna run it up, you know what I'm saying? And the Cowboys got blitzed. Was it one of those trap games? Was it Dak need another week to get back to him? Was it just it could just be a bad game on every level. What happened? Or was it Von Miller left and the Broncos just count some life? Tell me about the Denver Broncos and Dallas Cowboys matchup.
Yesterday, I think the Cowboys definitely played a horrible game on every level. Defensively, offensively, and special teams wise, and running the ball, passing the ball, all that. Dak first game was yesterday. He looked a little rusty. He got off to a slow start. Really didn't get moving to the second half when he got his 2 TDs in the fourth quarter, which is really like just trash TDs, trash yards, what you want to call them. Stat pad. So other than his stat pad and at the end of the game, he had a horrible game for real. And Zeke really didn't offer any help either. I think he ended the game with like 50 yards on 10 carries.
Facts.
I just want to. Yeah, I'm gonna get kudos to the Broncos after that major Von Miller move. They came out with a lot of aggression because Teddy ended the game with 250 in the touchdown, which is amazing on our defense, which has been doing really good, getting takeaways and stuff like that.
And I'm in the space, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm in the space of when I watch and when I preview. Let me slow up. when I was previewing the game with, when we talk in our pre-production meetings and I sit down with the guys and certain people make bets and we talk about who's going to be the favorite here and there. When I looked at it, I never thought that the Broncos would outrush the Cowboys. Granted, Melvin Gordon is amazing. Melvin Gordon, he's been clutch for my fantasy team this year. Devonte Williams is an amazing young bull as well. But I didn't expect them to outrun Tony Pollard, Zeke, the Freak, and Dak Prescott. I didn't expect that, but it happened to where on the ground the Broncos got 200 yards on the Cowboys when I expected the Cowboys to do that, especially with Von Miller being gone. I thought the defense would take one of those. Those mental lapses are like, man, we really lost our best player. Like, we really lost the Super Bowl MVP. Like, we really lost actually a real GOAT in the game right now.
Yeah.
The table was flipped, man. Man, look, they pulled the wool over my eyes. I just didn't expect it. So that was one key thing I just wanted to mention while you were speaking. Just like, I just did not expect the dominant rushing attack of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
To not be existing. Like you said, Zeke had 51 yards yesterday. He cannot do that at all.
Yeah, you mentioned, but I want to definitely speak on this guy, Devonte Williams. He had 111 on the ground yesterday. And I think it was off maybe 17 carries or something like that.
Yeah,
19.
facts. There you go, my boy on it. Yes, sir. That's 6.5 yards per carry.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Hey, man, give it to Joe. Hey, man, we're going to go back-to-back runs, get another first down real quick, man. We don't get third downs around here. Come on, we're just going to run it back-to-back, man. That's ridiculous.
Now Henry got a ball. We know we going to
get Facts. So, I mean, I want to sit on the side of when I think of NFC royalty, and my bias is always going to be the guys in green and gold. But at the end of the day, regardless of what Aaron Rodgers does in the postseason as of late, regardless of what the Packers end up doing, melting down in the NFC Championship games as they've done 2 years in a row, I only really think about 3 or 4 teams coming out the NFC. And it never used to be Brady because Brady was never in the NFC. But now that he's in there, I got to always say Brady's going to be in the mix. Packers are going to be in the mix. I really feel the Cowboys this year are ready to be in the mix. They have it. They have a top quarterback, a top running back. People sleep on Amari Cooper. And I don't know why they sleep on Amari Cooper. And then they got the best. And if he can continue on the streak he on, and if the Cowboys can win, 12 games, 13 games, if they can be in that mix, man, look, we know what Trey Diggs going to be. We know what he's going to be bringing home to the fam. We know what he's going to be FaceTiming his brother Steph. Like, hey, man, you got you one of these. I got me one of these awards. One of these trophies this year, one of these defensive player of the year. You got you one of these yet? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I look at the Cowboys being in that mix. And if it's one more team, so if we say Bucks, if we say Cowboys, if we say Packers, who is that fourth team? Is it the Cardinals? Is it the Rams who just got slapped in their mouth, which we finna get to next? Yeah. Who is that fourth team that you counting on to be in the mix with the 3 that I named? Or is your 4 a little different from mine?
My 4 actually pretty similar, and I want to throw the Rams in there for sure because it was tough. Actually, it's a tough decision with me because the first 3 you picked, I had to pick one, which is the Cowboys, and then you got Rodgers. So them 3, I have to pick. And then, but the fourth choice is actually kind of hard for me because you got the Cardinals, you got the Rams, and you even got the Saints with them missing Jameis. But Trevor Simmons don't look bad. I'm not gonna lie, which we're gonna also get to. Trevor Simmons bad though. I don't think he's a quarterback that can carry them. So I'm gonna have to go with the Rams, man. The Rams. I don't want to see this Von Miller edition. I think it's gonna be deadly on the field. I'm not gonna lie. It's never seen before.
And let's just jump right into it, man. You watch a free game with your boy WonGotti, with your boy Chuck, man. We talking football, everything football every Monday, right here on the Free Game Podcast. Catch us on YouTube, IG, Facebook, Apple Music, man. Everywhere and anywhere you want to see us at, we there. I'm telling you, just type it in Free Game Pod. All of your hosts, man. Shout out to all of our hosts that's not here. Maya, man, we got Chevy, we got Keith, we got Don, we got Meach, man, the whole squad. We always showing love. But let's jump right into that Rams scene. That Rams scene look like Madden. I used to be a shorty, man, playing on the 360, playing on the PS3. You know what I'm saying? Making all these trades to these super teams and creating a player. And that's what the Rams look like. You telling me you got 3 players on 3 levels of defense that can legit dominate. Jalen Ramsey, lock. Von Miller can be a lock. Aaron Donald, a beast, who's a lock. We ain't never seen that one. So I agree with you. I'm excited to see it. And I was. Cut the game on yesterday, man. Long day of work. You know what I'm saying? Doing a little studying. Getting ready for the day as well. Catching up on all the highlights and rewatching some of the older, the noon games. 1 o'clock for me because I'm on East Coast time. I turned the damn game on. And this man, Matthew Stafford, looking like the bad Matthew Stafford of Detroit one. He looking like the Dookie Matthew Stafford in Detroit, man. The 0-16 Matthew Stafford. Are the Titans really like that? Or did the Rams just have a week?
I think this is another game that just got off to a bad start, man, because Matthew Stafford down there threw 2 pick sixes in a row within 40 seconds.
40 seconds.
No bullshit. The first one, I think they got to the second, the 2-yard line and ran it in the next play. Then 20 seconds later, he threw a pick 6. So that's 14-0 right there out back. In the NFL game, you know, it's kind of hard. I know that Derrick Henry ain't that, but it's kind of hard to fight back in games like that because the team, when they up like that, they go run the ball. They go run it. They go run it a lot. So this game just got off to a hot start.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was a hot start. Yeah. And with a team like the Rams, we're used to, even if they get down, they got the offensive firepower to figure it out anyway. You know, I don't know what kind of relationship Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp got, but it's got to be the best. It's that synergy between those fellas, man. It's something special. I haven't seen nobody click with Matthew Stafford like that. Just Megatron. Yeah, see, we speaking the same language, man. But yesterday, it wasn't that, man. Yeah, Cooper Kupp had 11 catches. You know, he grabbed 11 balls in on 9 yards of reception for about 95 yards. But they the Cooper I've been on. Cooper got 1,000 yards of receiving this year. We 8 games through the season. Cooper been tearing up the league. I mean, He probably has almost a 200 to 300 yard advantage between him and number 2 in terms of receiving yards. The Titans locked in, man. The Titans locked in yesterday. They locked in at the right time. And as much as we talking about 7-2 Rams, we got to stop being disrespectful and talk about the 7-2 Tennessee Titans. Why? Let's talk about them.
The Titans yesterday, man, because
come on. Yeah,
Tannehill really didn't play a good game overall. For real, if you look at it, the 2 pick sixes really put them out to a league where they can really grind this game out. Because Tannehill only hit I think 143 in the air or something like that, right?
Yeah, 143 in the air. He got a tutty, then he had 1 on the ground. Yeah. But it's like he the greatest game manager. Like he got the pieces around him. They built the line around him. They put a nice defense, and he just has to manage the game. But because he's such an athlete, Juan, people don't know, man. You know, people casual football fans. Tanny played a different position in college. Come on, man. People don't really be into it like that. The man is an athlete, and he just does enough to get it going. AJ Brown and Julio have been no-shows as of this year, for real. You know, it's been up and down. AJ had 1 good game, 1 bad game. But the Titans got it done and won a primetime game. A big game for them. A big game because this could have been a totally different story if the Rams came out and beat their ass 48-3. Right. It would have been, what are the Tennessee Titans without Derrick, King, Henry? But on the biggest stage with the biggest lights, they made it happen and won a big game. I don't know how the Titans don't feel like they're on cloud 9 right now.
Yeah. And then speak on Derrick Henry replacement, AP, too. He had 10 carries for 21 yards today. He had a late touchdown, too. So it was really his first game back since playing with the Lions last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he's a little rusty. He's a little older, too. So he probably going to be sore after that game. You know, he ain't had
Facts. He definitely going to be sore after that game. He ain't been in the mix, but it was a legendary night for him, man. 125 rushing touchdowns. Well, not 125 rushing touchdowns, but 125 total touchdowns for his career. Hall of Fame numbers. Everybody else who's in that group, everybody else who has that many or more, they are in the Hall of Fame. we not doubting that AP all day gonna be. We know he a Hall of Fame, first ballot. If he not, I'm boycotting football. Ain't no point of watching it ever again if he don't make the first ballot. Because the man is a dog. But let's move it on to the next game, man. We got a lot to cover. And I want to mention this game because if it's not Aaron Rodgers, a quarterback I'm rooting for, I've been very adamant on drafting this guy each and every year. I've been very adamant on rooting for this guy. I think he's for the culture. Lamar Jackson is my favorite quarterback if Aaron Rodgers was not alive. And I talked to other friends about it, like, how could you be, man? And the man can't really, he really just an athlete. I'm like, nah, bro. The man is what I grew up watching, man. I had homies who played like him, man, growing up.
No cap.
The man, he makes me feel comfortable watching football because he's just a baller. He's an all-out baller. And he pulled another one, man. Don't ever say Lamar Jackson can't come back from the gutter and make it happen. Another game-winning drive, as he always does. It was like 10 minutes or 11 minutes in the third quarter, and they had a shot of him, and it was 24-10. And they panned the camera on him sitting on the sideline waiting again. I just saw the focus. He ended up beating a very good team that's been taking some bad L's this year. A Minnesota Vikings team in overtime to the score of 34-31. I ain't got to preach Lamar Jackson to you because we always share this passion about, bro. We know how it is, man. We know what he is. The boy listen to Kodak. We know what he for, man. Big trust. You know what it is. Lamar Jackson, how impressed were you with this comeback yesterday?
266 in the air, 120 on the ground to lead the team. And it's getting it's getting routine because he's consistently doing it now. I think we gotta get this man his flowers, man. We gotta stop disrespecting dude for real.
It's like you can't sit here and tell me, oh well, man, anybody can do that. Get your punk ass out there and throw 50 balls. Get out there and run 20 times. Tell me if you're going to get busy like him. Have 400 total yards. Have multiple touchdowns. Man, you can't tell me nothing different, man. The man's a baller.
He is the exact reason that Baltimore is leading the league in rushing. And he damn near the only reason. They just substitute they six back, I think, right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are. And you don't see that from quarterbacks, man. The last quarterback that I saw that was like that.
Yeah.
People gonna say Colin Kaepernick, and I'm gonna give him his flowers. I think he was an amazing quarterback at the time that he was in the league. But the last time I saw this, a quarterback that I stay in Atlanta, and people down here look at him as a god. They don't think of nothing else. They don't care if it was 10, 12, 15. They don't care when the long goal was. Number 7 runs supreme. And the only reason why I'm bringing him up is because almost every Atlanta Falcon fan, every Atlanta resident, when I talk to them about football, when I talk to them about athletic quarterbacks, when I talk about transcendent talents, they say, you know what? We give Lamar flowers too, because that man just like that. That man's explosive like that. He big play like that. And like you said, man, that's hard to do. And now they are 6-2 on top of the AFC North, one of the tougher divisions. I've always been one of the tougher divisions. Man, they win a division. It's scary. They win a division. It's scary. They get into the playoffs. It's scary. We talk about Tennessee. Now we talk about Baltimore. If we had another Tennessee-Baltimore matchup, who would be your favorite?
I got to go with Baltimore with Derrick Henry down. I'm not going to lie. I got to go Baltimore. Lamar Jackson just playing on a different level right now. He got the O-line clicking too. So too much that they can go wrong for them right now.
I've never seen a MVP like Lamar Jackson get disrespect. Like he was an MVP 2 years ago, bro.
Exactly.
And I try not to play this game. You know, we try not to do that on here on free game. We don't try to talk about the skin color because we got white brothers that we look at. We don't even see no skin. Them our dogs. You know what I'm saying? They just be like, bro, why y'all disrespect this man Lamar like that?
Yeah.
The man is a baller. Like I've never seen an MVP get disrespected like that. But I agree with you. If we had a matchup between the Tennessee Titans, we had a matchup between the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to the Baltimore Ravens. At the end of the day, who the better quarterback? Who the better playmaker? Who the better offensive player? And on both teams, the best offensive player, it probably would have been Derrick Henry if he was playing. But for sure, it's Lamar Jackson if they play when the postseason kick off. Any more thoughts you want to talk about in terms of the Baltimore Ravens? Any more things you want to speak on, any more hot takes you want to have before we move it along and get to the rest of around the NFL with the free game pod?
I know this was an OT game, but them guys had 247 rushing yesterday. 247 in rushing. That's control of the game. That's that I don't know what the possession on the game was, but I can guarantee you that they had the ball a longer time than the Vikings. and pretty much in football, when you got control of the game, that's the team that's gonna win most of the time. So if it can't nobody slow down that run game, they at the top of the AFC for me.
There we go. So we talk about we talk about the Tennessee Titans. We talk about the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep talking AFC. Let's stay in the mix with the AFC. And man, look, the wagons be turning. It's crazy in Buffalo. They done had a couple good years. They have a guy who they can lean on for the next 15 years at quarterback. I mean, this guy's a stud too. It's one of Lamar Jackson boys as well. He and that Lamar Jackson, Patty Holmes, he in that round when we talking all these quarterbacks.
In that age group.
Yeah, he in that age group, he in that class, he with them dogs, they all peers.
Yeah.
Boy, they lost to Urban Meyer and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Nah, Herb, man.
What the hell happened to the Buffalo Bills? The score was 9-6. I'm telling you, I'm watching it, and I said, look, can I come out of retirement? Can I call a couple of the guys? Can we suit up? Give them a couple plays? I mean, that was the most trashiest BS game I've ever watched. I never expected Josh Allen to play like that. He threw the ball almost 50 times. I mean, he wasn't as accurate as I expected him to be. His receivers pretty much didn't really help him out. Stephen Diggs, I mean, yeah, he had 80 yards on 6 receptions, but it wasn't nothing special. But that Jaguars defense was blitzing them. They was putting 7 in the box. They were sending a safety, sending that nickel corner blitzing, putting Josh Allen on his ASS.
Yeah.
I don't think you will ever want to lose to Urban Meyer and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Urban Meyer dancing in the club earlier, or the tavern, or his bar, or his restaurant early in the season. And yesterday he was dancing too. Duval was going crazy. Jacksonville was going nuts as they took down the Buffalo Bills, and now the Buffalo Bills fall to 5-3 when they ended up being 6-2, like those Tennessee Titans and like those Baltimore Ravens. We've been one game behind those Tennessee Titans. Another one of those, just a bad game. That's what we're gonna name this episode. Just a bad game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's another one of just a bad game from the Vegas favorite. Or should Urban Meyer tip his hat and be like, look, maybe I didn't figure something out. Maybe I won't get fired this year.
Urban did dial up. He said he had Miles Jack and them guys on with their hair back on the go. They was definitely getting to Allen in this game. But like you said, dude threw the ball 50 times versus the Jaguars. Why do you even have to do that? I think this is a game where they tried to come out and showcase Allen for an MVP type of situation, and rightfully so with the Jacksonville Jaguars until you lose. Which is that they did. So I got to give credit to Urban Meyer and those guys, man. They got to Allen in this game. Allen also led the team with 50 rushing yards too, which is something. It's ugly. He did that off 5 rushes. So they need one of those guys, a little like Mosso or Devin Singletary, to step up and bring it in the run game.
Yeah, because I never won. Okay, let me say this. This is funny. I love when I go down the rabbit hole of colors. I'm gonna say colors. That's a nice way to put it. You don't really want your white quarterbacks running, man. They just ain't built for it, man. You don't see Brady run. You don't see Peyton run. Aaron get down a little bit when he get down. But it ain't too many quarterbacks that you want out there scampering and making plays. If it ain't, for example, Lamar Jackson. Like, we know that he can do it and he can make it happen. Or, when he was in his prime of Cam Newton, you know what I'm saying? There's only certain quarterbacks that you really want out there making it happen. Josh Allen should not be out there. And I'm not saying he can't, because Josh Allen can. Josh Allen has athleticism just like Ryan Tannehill that we spoke on earlier in the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a bigger guy. Josh Allen's strong too. And believe it or not, like, he got a little bit of, like, you know what I'm saying? A little gravitas to him. He got a little strength to him. He know when to slide and when to throw a stiff arm. But I agree with you, man. Come on, Mouse. Come on, Singletary. Like, what you doing? Help your quarterback out. Line. Buckle down. But like you said, Urban Meyer said, hey, boys, We won in 6. What's the worst that can happen? Go out there and play football, man. Let your hair man. Play football. The defensive coordinator, man, he dialed some plays up that really, really worked for them. And that was really, 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 really big.
Got to take on Trevor Lawrence out there again too. He came over with an ankle sprain.
Yeah, he did. So that's a big thing. The number 1 overall draft pick in this NFL's draft, Trevor Lawrence, man. Trevor Lawrence, a college legend, collegiate legend, man. Clemson dog, man. The man, Sunshine was he was ridiculous. He was amazing in college. And again, we need to make sure we check on him. Make sure the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to do everything to protect that because he is their future. But let's jump back real quick into the Monday Night Football game right now. Remember, Bears, Steelers playing right now on Monday Night Football. Check it out. ESPN, man. Make sure that you're watching it, man, because we're going to talk about it more and more. Bears and Steelers right now. Steelers are up 14-0 against the Chicago Bears as we on a free game pod talking NFL around the NFL. We're doing some previews. We're gonna do some recapping as well. Well, we're recapping now, then we're gonna do some previews of next week. And again, the Bears are down 14-0. Let's just talk about the Chicago Bears since we here. And I ain't here to trash them. I ain't here to talk crap about them. My own fellow host, Meechy, DJ Meech, the scariest Bears fan I know. You still my boy. You know I love you, dog. You know what I'm saying? But this team is going to have to make some adjustments in the offseason.
Yeah.
You got the quarterback you want.
Yeah.
You hope David come back off of a tweaked knee. So you hope he come back right. You hope that David Montgomery come back right how he's supposed to. What you do with Allen Robinson, do you really invest in him being a number 1? It looked like he really liked Darnell Mooney as well as his number 1. It seems like Justin Fields and Darnell Mooney just got a certain connection. Khalil Mack is locked in. But we know some upper management. We know Nagy. We know all these people, all these bums calling plays and making decisions going to have to go because this is not what Chicago fans really, really expect from their Chicago Bears. And to lose to a Pittsburgh Steelers team, who I don't think is impressive. I don't think they're good. And they're only losing right now. It can change. But what is the biggest issue with the Chicago Bears? And what needs to be fixed by next season?
I think, man, we definitely got to do some management change. And, man, I think it's a management thing. Because I think we got a guy in Justin Fields. I think he's the future for sure. Some plays he made the last game, I can see that he really wants to win. And that's a guy that I really could put my money on. I like guys that want to win. But, man, to speak on the game tonight versus the Steelers, man, I think Khalil and Eddie Jack out too, which is major for us. We need those two guys. Real vital to our defense. So, man, it's ugly right now, man, going versus them Steelers in the Najee Harris run game.
Yeah, and Najee Harris is a phenomenal back, man. Bama back, strong back. It's good, man. He has a lot of potential to really, really be that Steelers back that they used to. That can go down as one of the Steelers' greats. So I agree with you. Yeah, man, just a good back, man. Somebody that just he run traditional football, and not only that, man. The man he gonna, Pittsburgh Steelers gonna figure it out, man. They figured it out with other running backs in the past on terms of catching out of the flat, catching on them curl routes, screen plays, things of that nature. So, but I agree with you. The Bears play calling, and I mean from offensive coordinator to the head coach. To all of the upper management, it's time to get some new blood now. You got new blood at quarterback. You got some young, nice defensive players. You got some nice veteran players that's willing to, stay with these young players and mold them and be the core of that team. You got to figure something out because you don't want Justin Fields for the next 3, 4, 5 years to just be on an average team. You want him to flourish. We know how great he was in college, and you want the same thing in the NFL, especially playing in the legendary NFC North. So I definitely agree with you. Something has to change. So now that we still going around the NFL with the free game pod, what are some games you want to speak on before we go preview next week's week 9?
You speak on for next week?
Yeah, do you got any other games you feel that we missed that we probably need to talk about? I'll go through a few scores. Cardinals, 49ers. Cardinals win. They bounce back after losing to the Packers on Thursday Night Football. A tough one. They win 31-17 against the Niners. We know what that is. You said what?
No Kyler or no D-Hop, too.
Yeah. That's an impressive win, but we also know the Niners are just one of those things like, we don't know. But again, to win without your studs, your guys, your dogs, that's crazy. Chargers win by 3, game-winning field goal, man. Tough game. Jalen Hurts, I thought he had it on the mix. I thought he had it right there. I figured he will make it happen. He's been very, very impressive this year. Another quarterback who can not only give you 200 in the air, but he can also give you 100 on the ground. Jalen Hurts almost did that. He had 62 on the ground, 170 in the air. But, hey, the quarterback that gets the spoils is Justin Herbert. He had almost 400 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. And they ended up winning at 5-3. Mm-hmm. How you feel about the Chargers real quick?
I feel like they fighting back. They had a rocky last 2-3 weeks. I think they was on a lose streak before previous week. So yeah, they getting the turnaround right now. I like what Justin Herbert just did yesterday. That was major for sure. It's crazy.
We don't talk about weak matchups like this, but we got to mention it. Indianapolis Colts 45, Jets 30. 2 trash teams. We don't need to talk about it. It is what it is. Neither one of them going to make any type of noise. So we'll move right along. Let's talk. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
On the Panthers-Patriots game because CMC came back yesterday.
Yep. So CMC did come back. Patriots win 24-6. Let's kind of stop here real quick.
Yeah.
Patriots are 5-4.
Mm-hmm. And that ugly
Belichick in the ugly ass division, and Belichick, he don't like hearing the bickering about, did Brady make me? Is it really just Brady? You can go disrespect the great, Bill Belichick. They went 24-6, man. Can they possibly sneak in as a wild card this year?
I think Mac Jones too young right now. He had an ugly game yesterday. And that's the second week of ugly games where it's like, man, do you have enough throwing power for real? Like, what's going on? It seemed like he'd be real timid with his ball. I mean,
let's talk about the quarterback on the other end real quick before we start previewing. Who the fuck is Sam Darnold, man?
Fraud.
This man, hey man, the IRS see this fraud. Like, who is this? This man started the season on fire, had the Panthers spinning, rolling at everybody. Just what is going on? Was it the Jets? And he didn't shit at the bed the last 4 weeks after starting off hot the first 3 weeks. 3 picks yesterday. Hey, who got a pick yesterday that we was talking about, man? Who got a pick to have to tell his team, like, hey, man, don't forget who I am?
Gilmore got the pick yesterday.
Yeah, man. That was probably my favorite moment of that trash game. It's Gilmore saying, look, man, don't forget, man. Don't forget. And I was like, just my coolest moment. I just had to bring that up. So again, Patriots went 24-6 against the Panthers. Another, just us trying to give you a little bit around the NFL and what happened in week 8. Let's talk about a few more other games real quick, and then we'll move it along until our week 9 previews. Make sure I'm not missing any games. We don't talk Dolphins and Texans. That's just dookie, and neither one of those teams are not going to do nothing. Hey, Raiders, man, they went down.
Yeah,
if they would have won yesterday, they would have been outright leading the AFC West. They lost to the damn New York Football Giants. What the hell? The Raiders just have one of those up and down years with all the controversy, with all of the hacked emails. Well, not the hacked emails, but the investigation pending with the Washington football team and with John Gruden being wild. And Derek Carr just seemed like he just can never catch a break each and every season. If it's not injury, if it's not, bad offensive line, if it's not controversy with the organization, they lose to the New York Giants. That's a tough one. And a lot of people got the Raiders as being a top team in the AFC. Mm-hmm. So we spoke on that in the last game that we did not cover before we go and preview week 9 of the NFL. Falcons Saints, I'm here in Atlanta. One of my close homies, shout out to my boy Sir Al, my dog. Big Georgia guy, man. He's a Bulldog fan, Falcon fan, man. He bleed that stuff, man. Red and black. He don't wear nothing else because he bleed that real Georgia stuff, man. If it's from college to football or the Hawks too, he gonna rock his red or some type of black. That's how he rock. And man, it was this close. They was this close to jagging that game and giving them to an actually pretty impressive Saints team that nobody expected to be 5-3 at this point in the season. They were this close to being 6-3. That would have been crazy if they would have been 6-3. Falcons win. Matty Ice 300 plus yards, 2 touchdowns. Man, he made it happen once again. Great, 4-4. And that very, very interesting spot of that NFC South, where one of those teams will probably get in as a wild card, because we know the Bucs are going to go ahead and win that division. So now we are in the space of Week 9 previews, things that I want to talk about. I want us to give some predictions as we wrap this show up, so we can come back the following Monday and be like, hey, Juan, you was right. Hey, Chuck, you said that game. I want to get to that space.
Predictions, man. We got a record.
Yeah, I'm with that. So, starting, let's do that. At least with us two, and then whoever we can bring in, but starting next week. So we'll do it this week right here. We'll put the games down. We'll jot down who's going with what, and we'll just tally up our stuff mid-season. We'll just see, and in the comments, put your predictions down there. Let us know, like, all right, man, I don't agree with that, Chuck. I think this team gonna win. Hey, Juan, you might be feeling the boys a little bit too much, man. Them boys, put it in the comments and let us know what you feel about our picks and how we feeling. But let's get right into it. Ravens on a short week. Dolphins on a short week. Two teams that handled their business last week. Short week, Thursday night football. Ravens, Dolphins. Who you got?
I don't know if Tua out none, but I seen he ain't playing the last game. I seen Brissett got the start in that game. So definitely no Tua, which I don't think they ain't got a chance with Tua. Anyways, I'm gonna take Baltimore.
Baltimore with you, man. I cannot sit here and just give my boy Lamar Jackson the WWE promo and then go against his ass. Like I didn't just hype his ass up. You know what I'm talking about? Why? I'm going with, man, L. Jack, man. They're going to hold it down, continue to run through and try to be that number one team when it's all said and done in the AFC when the playoffs come up. Next game on the slate that we're going to cover is the Saints-Titans game. Very interesting game. Saints are really, really, really good. I didn't mention while we were talking about the Saints about 2 minutes ago. I'm happy that Mark Ingram back, man. I'm happy him and AK, man. That make me just feel good to see them boys, man, just be back, man. Yeah, man, that's the brothers, man. When you play the same position, but when you play it so well, and they alternate carries and don't be selfish about it. Those guys are amazing. I love those guys, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I'm going to actually go with the Titans. I want to continue to see them thrive without having Derrick Henry. Big game for A.J. Brown. I say 9 catches on about, 11 or 12 targets going his way. He's going to have over 100 receiving yards. He's going to have a touchdown. Why? Because I need it on my damn fantasy team because it's just getting out of control. It's getting out of control, Juan. Yeah. I'm tired of this league. It's pissing me off, but I need it. I'm going to go with the Titans. Who you going with?
I'm going to take the Saints in this one. I think their defense too much for Tennessee. I think defense is going to be too much.
Okay, so
yeah,
you said Cam. So Cam Jordan, you going with the Cam Jordan being
and hopefully Sean Payton get Taysom Hill a bigger quarterback role in this game because I want to see him more get some more snaps at quarterback.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the Titans. WonGotti's gonna go with the Saints next on the slate. Bills, Jets. When you need look, these AFC East games, the Jets games are supposed to be the games you'd be like, all right, cool, this is really like another bye week. All right, cool, this is another little scrimmage. A little practice. But after we just saw what happened against the damn Jaguars, can the Bills shit the bed again? I'm not going to say that at all. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. They're going to get it back going. Josh Allen, he tried to get it last week against the damn Jacksonville Jaguars. He will get it this week. 400 passing yards from Josh Allen. He sling the pill. They get thrown around. He has multiple touchdowns. Juan, don't be playing that going against the grain. Juan, don't be trying to flip your coins on some Vegas odds. Are you going with the gangrene Jets or you rolling with them Bills?
Man, I missed so much money yesterday not fucking with the dogs. I'm gonna go with the Bills too, though, man. I think this one just a gimme for Josh Allen, man.
All right. So we both got Bills that match up. Lions, Steelers. Lions will come on. I guess it's kind of a short week. You play on Monday, but it's just one extra day. You don't really know, just one little extra day. But we got Lions at Steelers. Juan, I'm gonna let you go first. Who you going with, man? You gonna go with Jared Goff and the Lions, or you gonna roll with the old Wiley vet and Big Ben and the Steelers?
I can't fuck with the 0-8 Lions. I'm gonna go ahead and slide with Najee Harris and the Steelers. I can't even say Big Ben and the Steelers, man. Ben is slowly fading away.
Man, washed, man. I ain't throw that man in the washing machine, man. That man's washed. He's done.
Najee and the Steelers, man.
Well, we agree on that one. I mean, I know you fans are probably mad at me and want to agree so much, but I think you would pretty much go with the teams we're going with too. So just wait. Don't worry. I'm looking at some games and we're going to disagree very, very, very soon. Jaguars and Colts are up next on the slate. I don't care. I just don't care. I probably, on Game Pass, I'll probably give it a click if it's a big play. Maybe if Michael Pittman get a big grab. Maybe if Trevor Lawrence do something freaky, you know what I'm saying? I might check it out maybe, but if I was a betting man, which I am, but I've slowed up on it. The lady want me to slow up on the betting. It could become a vice. But when I do it, if I was betting, I would go with the Colts. I think the Indianapolis Colts are actually, they could be better than what their record has entailed this season. The Jaguars should still be only a 1-win team. I don't know what the Bills is doing. I don't see the Colts making the mistakes the Bills made last week, especially with them being at home for this game. I'm gonna go with the Indianapolis Colts.
I'm gonna go with an upset alert here, man. Give me Jacksonville 2 weeks in a row, man. 2 dubs, 2 weeks in a row, man.
Urban Meyer, he get 2 weeks in a row winning. He's gonna be at somebody else's club playing grind on me with another little shorty. And I don't know if they want to get in that mix. Urban Meyer, if you win, keep your ass on the plane with the team and go home. Go home, Roger. Go home. All right, so that's our 2 different games. So let's remember, fans. He's going with Saints over Tennessee. I'm going Tennessee over New Orleans. He's going with Jacksonville over Indianapolis. I'm going Colts over Jaguars. Next game on the slate. Pretty interesting game, man. The last time that we saw these two match up, Chase Young was just so happy to play against the GOAT Tom Brady. He was so happy to just be in his presence. Tom Brady also acknowledged him and said, "Hey, you cold. You was a hell of a young man." You was a hell of a young man. Buccaneers at nation's capital, even though it's not nation's capital, it's in Landover, Maryland. I hate when they say nation's capital. It ain't DC. It's 20 minutes from DC and Landover, Maryland. But either way it go, we got Buccaneers, we got Redskins. Who you got?
I got the GOAT. Self-explanatory. The GOAT.
Yeah, I don't know if you've been catching up on this is what the media says, and it's called a Monday Night Manning curse. I don't know if you've been peeping. I've been, I watch my podcast, I read my articles daily. This is a Monday Night Manning curse, man. They say everybody catch it. And now after Brady caught that Monday Night Manning curse when he was on, he ended up losing the following week. He gets a bye week. He comes back off that bye week, and I agree with you, man. He sling pill. He make it happen. He win games. He get the Buccaneers back on track and get it grooving. No way in hell they lose to Washington. If they do, we gonna be on here next week talking that sugar honey iced tea. We're gonna be talking that talk about, all right, now what's going on with the Buccaneers, moving it on along. We're gonna talk about Tom Brady's former team, the New England Patriots, as they will host the Cleveland Browns. Dub, our boy Dub will be on the pod. Shout out to Dub, man. He be on here. The Cleveland Browns are going against Bill Belichick and the Patriots. But Juan, which way you gonna go with it?
I gotta believe in Cleveland. Give me Cleveland. I like that running game. It's too deadly. Nick Chubb. And hopefully I think Kareem Hunt gonna make a return this week too.
We really didn't speak on it because I don't know how it missed. I'm sorry, man. Producers, don't kick my ass. I'm sorry how this went over my head, but we didn't even talk about Nick Chubb being a dog yesterday, man.
Right.
A grown ass man. A grown ass man.
They only threw the ball 20 times.
I'm like, what? Of course, it's like, man, move out the way. I got this. I'll figure this out. As they whooped a division rival against the Cincinnati Bengals. But I'm gonna go with you, man. I don't believe in Mac Jones. Mac Jones was the absolute example of white privilege. There's no way in hell that they should have moved up that early, that much to pick up Mac Jones. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I didn't, man. I don't.
You can't get no Bama love.
Man, look, man. Which Bama quarterback you done seen have been wrong? I can't do it, man. So I'm also I don't believe in the Patriots. Well, I do believe in the Patriots, but I don't believe in Mac Jones. But I do, like you said, Nick Chubb is going to be that much of a difference, man. They run the ball every rip, man. Like they do, they're going to be good. They keep Baker in a pocket in terms of what I mean. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him in low attempts in terms of throwing. Let him manage, even though we don't want him to be a manager. But right now, let him figure the system out how you figure it out, and you use your number one person on offense, you run the ball and you let, play action, third down screens, things of that nature. You'll figure it out, but I'm going with Nick Chubb as well. Moving right along. Your boys got to get this guy. We're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. They got to bounce back. They got to make it happen. That's another 1:00 game for you on the East Coast. With noon if you in Central Time. The Cowboys will be hosting in Jerry's World, the greatest stadium, the most expensive stadium, the coldest stadium in the United States of America in terms of football. They will be hosting the Atlanta Falcons, Matty Ice. I just got to hear from you. You can take your time on this one, man. What are the keys to success with your Dallas Cowboys?
We cannot let Matty Ice come in and carve us up, man. Because he definitely just did a number last week. So we definitely can't let him come and do that. We got to apply some pressure with Randy Gregory and those guys. And hopefully Trayvon Diggs and them hold up in the back end. And then we got to run that ball, keep the ball out of his hands. We got to run the ball this week. I think we like 24-0 when we run it more than we pass it with that.
That's a good stat. I believe it's very close. I think it's that you are almost pretty accurate. If you're not accurate, you're right there. I think I saw the same exact stat. But when y'all guys run the ball like I'm supposed to, you use every layer. If it's your quarterback, if it's your 2-3 running backs, however you figure it out. If it's some screen plays, if it's some end arounds, whatever it is, if it's whatever you figured out, when the Dallas Cowboys are running the ball with America's line, they are making it happen. They are winning games. I'm pretty much guessing you are going with the Cowboys.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm going to back that for sure. Man, Dallas Cowboys, man. Let's do it, man. Let's make it happen. I want to see the Green Bay Packers, and I want to see the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs against each other. It will only be right. It will only be epic. It will only be classic. The last time we saw Cowboys and Packers, man, Dez Bryant ended up damn near retiring because he just couldn't even believe the call that they was making. But look, it worked in my favor. I don't talk about it as much, but I just know that we got the win. Well, I would love to see that playoff matchup. So Cowboys are rooting for you. I really like the team. I don't like the scrutiny that Dak has gotten over the years. I think he's another great quarterback as well. So I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys as well. They fix it. They figure it out, and they make it happen. Next on that list of games, they're going to be the first afternoon game. Not the noon game or the one, but that 3:05, 4:05 game, depending on where you sit at. We got the Panthers and the Cardinals, man. I'm gonna just kick it off. Sam Darnold sucks. I believe even if they don't want to start their starters again, the Cardinals, they'll still whoop the hell out of the goddamn Carolina Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. It doesn't even matter who out there. It does not matter. Sam Darnold's going to throw it to the other team multiple times. Always going to cough that bitch up no matter what. I'm going with the Cardinals. Juan, who you looking at? Who you going at?
Yeah, man, I can't pick the fraud, man. I cannot pick the fraud.
Not at all.
Cardinals sent Colt McCoy out there again, man. I got to go with Colt, man. I can't pick the fraud.
Facts. So no Panthers love here on this podcast. No disrespect, though. We it's a few people on the Panthers that we really, really do like, but yeah. Sorry, your quarterback he ain't it, man. He fooled everybody once again. Next game, very interesting game. It's gonna be probably a pretty entertaining game. Again, man, the Vikings are probably the worst team in the NFL. Like they just lose the worst way, but they are really, really, really good. They just know how to give up late leads. Vikings will be visiting the Chargers and Justin Herbert. This is a tough game. This could be a trap one for Justin Herbert and the Chargers. I'm going out on a limb. I'm gonna take my first upset right now, just because I know you're gonna go Justin Herbert. I feel it in your soul. Dalvin Cook did not get a touchdown last game. No tutty last week.
Yeah.
He get 2 this week. He get 140 on the ground. He go crazy. He make it happen. I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings, and this is coming from a Packers fan. I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings. The Chargers. Who you going with?
I'm Justin Herbert with 32 for 38 last week with 356.
You say, Chuck, what you been drinking? What you on?
Dude on fire, man. Give me dude, man.
All right, that's gonna be our first split, man. I feel like the fans are gonna be mad at us always agreeing. So I'm gonna just go with the Vikings because I also need Dalvin Cook to go nutty because he's on my fantasy team. So Dalvin Cook, I'm rooting for you, even though you wear that stank ass purple and gold, and it ain't the Laker purple and gold, it's that Viking purple and gold. So I'll give you that one. We got 4 more games to cover before we get out of here. And again, thank y'all for watching Free Game Pod, man. You here with your boy Chuck and WonGotti, and we got 4 games that we're gonna cover. Then we're gonna get up out of here and make sure that y'all tune in every Monday to catch us talk football. Next on the slate. It's my boys. It's my boys, the Green Bay Packers. Taya be back in the mix of full week of practice. We get more updates on Kenny Clark and his injury. We'll get more updates on my boy, Eric Rowe, my dog who went down that corner from Georgia. He went down as well. We'll get more updates on our DB situation. We'll get more updates on Aaron Rodgers. Matt LaFleur said, he don't give a damn if Aaron Rodgers get cleared on Saturday. The motherfucker is playing. He don't give a damn if the dude get cleared Saturday night at 11:59. The motherfucker is playing on Sunday against the Seattle Seahawks.
I think Russ supposed to come back too.
I don't know. I've heard rumors. I've heard the echoing. I've heard the chitter chatter. But we all want to see A-Rod versus Russell. That's been some of the greatest matchups over the past 8-9 years. But we in Green Bay. We in the North. We in Title Town. And if we got Green Bay back, then what I mean by having Green Bay back, if we got Aaron Rodgers back in the mix, next week you will see me in the A-Rod jersey. And I'm going to be talking my talk. I am going with the Packers this game. I don't care if it's Geno Smith. I don't care if it's Russell Wilson. I don't care if it's Sierra Wilson. I don't give a damn who playing for the Seattle Seahawks. I am going with the Green Bay Packers in this game. This is a bounce back. Let's go to 8-2. And let's make it happen. Juan, are you banging with a little bit of Russell? Are you going DK Metcalf? What's what you? Are you smelling what Seattle's cooking? What you got going on, man?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Give me Russell there, man. I think give me Russell there. Give me Russell. It's too much going on with A-Rod right now. He got out on his mind.
Oh, is he doing? I should have went with the Falcons against the Cowboys. You trade, son of a. All right, that's gonna be a good one, man. I know if there's anybody that's gonna give me some slander, it's gonna be you if the Packers end up coughing this game of 2 in a row and losing to the Seahawks. Let's move right along. We got 3 more games, and we're gonna get up out of here. Eagles Broncos. It's actually a pretty good game, man. It's a really, really, really interesting game in terms of young quarterbacks, good quarterbacks. Well, Teddy's a vet now, so let me not say young quarterbacks, but Teddy versus Jalen Hurts. Who you got?
I got Teddy, man. Teddy defense was better than the Eagles defense, so I'm gonna give me Teddy.
Go with Teddy. Okay, so yeah, I want to go with the Eagles because they played so goddamn well against the Chargers last week. They played really, really, really well, man. So you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna just split the actual decision right there, and I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Brotherly love. They take one. The road team wins that one. WonGotti's going with the Broncos and going with the Eagles. Last 2 games on the slate. Sunday Night Football, AFC West matchup. Patty, we talked about you to start the show off. We started the show off with Patty Mahomes and the goddamn mess in Kansas City. I stated the Packer game was a turning game for the Chiefs. This is going to be the one to get them rolling, get them going against Derek Carr and those Raiders. This is a big game, Juan. This division is decided by a game and a half, bro. I mean, this whole season, we could see this division just go, you're going to be 4 1 minute, 1 the next minute, 2 1 minute, 3 the next minute. The winner of this game, this is big. You know how divisional games be. You understand this. You know this. These are implications. These are playoff implications.
Yeah.
I am going to go with Patty on the road getting his 2nd win back-to-back. Or did they won a week before, right? So this will be 3, right? This will be 3 in a row. So my apologies. 3 games straight, making that happen. I'm going to go with Patty, but it's going to be a barn burner. It's going to be close. They're going to win by a score of 3. I'm going with the Chiefs on the Raiders Sunday Night Football.
I don't like the new look Patty, man. I think I'm going to have to. And this not even really an upset. I'm just going to pick Derek Carr. It got to be an upset picking Patty, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough picking who you going. It's like you want to believe in the Chiefs, but it's like, is this really the Chiefs? It's like how long do you run the league until you hit a brick wall? Yeah. It's like this. What these dudes are hitting a damn brick wall. So I can't be mad at you for picking the Raiders. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Sean Jackson just legit get signed? He's really with the Raiders now, right? So that gives Derek Carr another option. So you're going with the Raiders, I'm going with Chiefs. So let's finish it off, man, before we get up out of here. The best game typically should be Monday Night Football to me. I like to have Monday Night Football matchups. That's pretty good. I hope they start scheduling them to where they're always good, especially with this lovely Manning cast that they have. Rams bounce back, man. Do they bounce back as they go to play their divisional foe and the 49ers? Who you got? Rams, 49ers, Monday Night Football, November 15th.
I don't think we spoke on this, but the boy Kittle came back last week with 100 yards. In the
we didn't talk about it, and we were texting about it. That's what we were texting about in our group chat. But Kittle looked like Kittle again.
Yeah, Kittle looked good last week, but I'm still gonna pick the Rams.
no matter how good Kittle looked, he finna go against some niggas. He finna go against some dogs. And I don't care how cold Kittle is, how much Kittle like pancaking things. How much Kittle like smiling and getting hit in his mouth and bleeding.
Von Miller.
Yeah, man, you see Aaron Donald, you see Von Miller. There's going to be problems. And honestly, Jalen can cover you 1-on-1 out, though. It's not no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Jalen can make it happen. I don't see the 49ers having a little home love. I don't care if they're at home, if it could be a trap game for the Rams to lose 2 back-to-back. I don't see the Rams losing on primetime TV back-to-back games. They figure it out. Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford, they get it going. Henderson has a big game on the ground again. I am going with the Los Angeles Rams by 2 touchdowns plus this game. I'm going with the Rams, and you going with the Rams as well. And that's our picks. This was fun, Juan. This was amazing. This is great. We got to talk some football. We got to give our hot takes. We got to, recap some old games. We'll also preview some new games. Remember, we're going to come back next week, and we're going to have it up here. It's going to be somewhere on the screen. It's going to have Juan's score. It's going to have my score, and we're going to bring somebody in next week. We're going to make sure we have a third person or probably kind of, tip the balance of the scale a little bit. If y'all feel like me and Juan was agreeing a little bit too much, we might bring a villain in next week that might just go off the wall with all his goddamn picks. Juan, it was a pleasure talking to you today. It was a pleasure talking that football talk. If y'all want to hear all NFL talks with free game pop, follow us on YouTube.
Oh, before we leave out.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Give me three landing spots for OBJ.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. This is why we are a goddamn team. This is why I cannot do this shit alone, because y'all keep me on my toes and y'all make sure y'all get me. Because if I would have ended out of here without talking about that, my email would have been, Chuck, what you missing? You all right. So this is okay. Let's take about 5 quick minutes to talk about this. This is big.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham's birthday was last Friday.
It was.
Guess 29. What his birthday gift? What was his birthday gift, Juan?
I don't know. What was it?
Cut him. They released him on his damn birthday. How do you do that to a man on his birthday? It's this man's born day. It's his G day. But according to him, man, that was the best gift he could ever got.
Right.
He gets a fresh start, man. He gets to get away from dumbass Baker Mayfield. And I'm gonna stand on the Baker Mayfield. And I love my boy Jared. I love my dog Moles. He know what it is, man. But it ain't Odell's fault. That shit's Baker's fault, man. Because what I saw Baker do yesterday, he threw it to this dude named Peoples, whoever the hell that dude was. Man ran a goddamn fly route in a goddamn slot for goddamn 60-some yards. I seen Odell do that shit many a times. And he connected with a dude named Peoples, but he couldn't connect with Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
Oh, man, screw all that bull crap. And I'm going to make sure I clip this and send it to their ass, too. Because I don't want to head. I don't want to head, man. But if we were talking Friday, if we would have did this Friday and talked about where Baker will go, I have totally 3 different answers than what I'm going to say now. You want some things. And, man, the team our Packers are going against this upcoming week, the Seattle Seahawks, that would be amazing, man. I mean, you're talking about with DK Metcalf, we'll lock it. You add him, man, that's arguably one of the best receiving corps in the league.
Yeah.
If it's not them, I was saying the Raiders. But they just got Deshaun Jackson. I don't really know how they figure this out, what they do, how they do it. So I was going to say the Raiders, but again, they just got Deshaun Jackson. So I'm going to stick with the number one pick I always have been believing. And I think if he gets with this guy, it's just a certain energy at this team. It's a certain swag with this team. They just bounce a certain way. They got that certain type of, just like, no, by any means necessary. So I got Seattle. I got the Ravens. I really want Lamar Jackson to get a number one receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not, I see Odell just loving the California life. I see Odell just loving being somewhere with a historic franchise where one of the greatest receivers played at. Jerry Rice played with the San Francisco 49ers. I can see Odell and figuring out some cap money, some space and figuring that money out. I can see him going over there and playing for the 49ers. But if I had a biased choice, you said 3, but I'm going to just give one more. It's one way to keep Aaron Rodgers, man. It's one way to keep him, man. It's one way for him to be like, man, I can look to my left and I got Tay. I can look to my right. And I got, man, no matter, man, I'm slinging peel. If you keep this, man, and you make it happen. And you want to make a guy happy who feel like you do not put enough pieces around him. Brady got Godwin. Brady got Mike Evans. You know what I'm saying? Get my boy Aaron Rodgers another dog. That will be my sleeper, but that's bias attached to it. And I'm always show my Packers some love. So I will say Seattle, Baltimore, San Fran. What about you?
My number one pick will have to be Seattle for sure. Because I see Russ really want a new receiver. He was out there for agency looking at AB. And why not Odell? I feel like him and Pete Carroll could really keep his emotions under wrap and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's a good landing spot for him because you really want to go to a team where the coach and the quarterback are dominant.
Facts.
Like that. My second pick, man, you probably be surprised by this one. You know what? I'm really finna change this pick. Because it was them before Jameis went down with the ACL injury. I had the Saints.
So it was the Saints. Okay. Yeah. Now that makes sense. Michael Thomas surprisingly just says.
It looked like he out the door.
Yeah, let's shut it down. Let's shut it down for the rest of the year. Yeah. That AKA shut it down. AKA means get me the hell up out of here. Not shut it down, but shut this career down with the goddamn Saints. So I like that one. But since you are moving the Saints out, who the hell are you putting in that spot?
This a pick I got from you because they really wasn't on my mind until we talked about it, and that's Baltimore because I think that should be scary. Wouldn't that be something to see just as a fan? Odell and Lamar on the same field.
Come on, man, the swag.
Yeah.
Football is definitely mental, it's definitely physical, but it's also how you walk out there and you present yourself, you hold yourself, man. And there's something about some swaggy players on the other side of the field just making it happen. And there ain't too many swaggier players in each position than Lamar Jackson and Odell Beckham. And I think that opens up Hollywood Brown too, man. Hollywood had a big game yesterday, but some game we'll see. It'll be 2 weeks in a row. Hollywood won't be himself.
All right.
You get Hollywood out there. You get L. Jack, aka Big Trust, out there. You know, you get the pretty boy Odell out there who he make everything look good from if he's running his routes, the way he catching the ball, the cleats he got on his feet pre-game. Like, come on, man, the man is a dog and he make it happen. Yeah. I would like that. Who was that third team on your list before we get about it?
My third team is you know what? I got sleeper too since we asked.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm with that. All right. So two more.
But my third team is actually the Raiders because I believe Derek Carr gonna get him the ball. So that's pretty much it. Because he don't got nobody else to throw to outside of Waller and what's the guy's name from Clemson?
I know you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. But you know, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Winfro. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, we didn't even talk about Ruggs, man. Sad situation. Crazy sad situation, man. You kids, we're not drinking drive. I mean, I'm not, and I know I'm a jokester. I know I play. Yeah. But that's just. I think comedy heals it all. I think laughter heals it all. I'm a very open guy. I'm a very big extrovert. I'm not prone to frying somebody's ass if I got to and making the room light up. But this is serious. Don't drink and drive because it's a young 22-year-old who just wasted his whole damn life now.
Man,
it's no way in hell you should be driving 156 miles. to where it results in people dying. Man, it's just if we didn't talk about it, and maybe we'll do an episode on that, man. Maybe we'll come back and do a quick little 15-minute, 20-minute vlog and we'll do a little blog and talk about, how crazy this situation is. How nutty this situation really is. But Odell can fill that void. Because they were banking on their future with Henry Ruggs. They were banking. The man a dog. He was a dog in college. The man raw as hell.
The top 5 pick, I think.
Come on, bro. The nigga was raw as hell. So it's like you need somebody to replace him. So I like that. Now, who is this curveball team? Who is this? We lined up for that 95-mile-per-hour curveball. Who is this curveball team? And if you say the Cowboys, I'm gonna cut this damn shit off. I promise you.
Look, I know most of these people expected me to say the Chiefs too, and I'm not gonna say the Chiefs.
Okay,
I believe it's been done before with them because they took a diva receiver and flipped his whole career around, and he done became a Hall of Famer. And this team I'm talking is the Patriots, because who else could keep the emotions on the rap outside of Bill Belichick? And I believe that would be a major landing spot for him because Mac Jones needs some help, Odell needs some help. And I feel like that connection would be crazy.
So for Bill Belichick wise, I like it. Bill Belichick, good Tim Brown, Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, Randy Moss. I'm not gonna sit here and say they don't have receivers, but Mac Jones is just a more dookie version of Baker Mayfield. Okay, I don't want that for Odell Beckham Jr. I would rather your ass stay at the Cowboys. So at least we would have had some shock value. I like it if it was a different quarterback. But in terms of structure, I agree with you. If you talk about a guy in an organization, in terms of Bill Belichick and the organization with Kraft, with big money Kraft, getting niggas out of jail Kraft, listen to Meek Mill Kraft and listen to Rick Ross Kraft. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a good spot for Odell. Gets his mind together. That's what I get where you going. Like it gets his structure together. It gets him like, look, bro, we here just this excellence. We want to see you do well. We want well for the team. It's real militant around here. Let's get it going. So I like that. So your sleeper would be the Patriots. My sleeper will be the Packers. But what y'all not gonna sleep on is Free Game Pod because we give y'all the best sports takes no matter what. Juan, again, it was a pleasure. We're going to be back next Monday to give them more and more free game football. We love y'all. We out there.
Peace.